we have an emergency video today as we launch 10.1.5, as we are also standing outside of 10.1.5, because apparently in EU right now we actually can't play 10.1.5. But what has transpired in this patch so far is something quite interesting, at the very least for healers. The interesting thing that you might want to pay attention to, especially if you are raiding, if you are a player that is about to go in the raid, you know, for some more progress, maybe you're trying to go through Magmorax, you're trying to go through Echo of Neltharion, maybe you're even on Sarkaret, you might pay some more attention to this thing right here called Echoing Tearstone. So this is one of the trinkets we looked at in one of our videos back when we checked the available trinkets from 10.1.5. We looked at the trinkets from the Mega Dungeon and then the ones from the Time Rift. Now, luckily, this one is not from the Mega Dungeon, which means you have to have a chance to loot this once a week. If you don't drop this, then it's not gonna come for you. This one is from the Time Rift, which means in about 10 minutes, in about 20 minutes, if you farm the materials from the Time Rift, the token from the Time Rift, you can actually just buy this from the vendors. This trinket is turning out to be very powerful, because while the tooltip seems to make it an okay trinket where every couple of minutes you can store some healing and then automatically heal players that drop below 35% health, what has made this trinket particularly powerful right now is the fact that it doesn't seem to have a target cap. What that means is that basically when this trinket proc, it's not storing a certain amount of health and then healing one player that drops below 35% health. It's gonna work. The healing that you're storing is going to work and is going to be able to be duplicated on every single player that drops below 35% health. This turns out to make it a quite heavy healing trinket overall. It's gonna result in quite a lot of your healing if you use it at pretty good, pretty smart timings whenever there is some, you know, some big AoE coming. In this case, this is an Echo of Neltharion in Mythic, and it does the second highest healing of a Holy Priest. You also have another Holy Priest doing quite well. You can see all of the spikes here. In green, you do have the Echoing Tearstone working out very well. In a single use of a cooldown, Echoing Tearstone can end up healing over 4 million healing in just one application. You have it used on evokers as well, with Echoing Tearstone doing about 11 million healing in 3 usages. Once more, the spikes, as you can see in the healing, are all thanks to the Echoing Tearstone. Same goes for yet another evoker with good amounts of healing on the Tearstone, and once more, pretty big spikes of healing with it. We can go back to a Holy Priest, still doing quite well, still with big bursts of healing. Lastly, we even have a Monk with good bursts of healing from the Tearstone. So that's the point of today. I'm pretty sure this is going to be fixed eventually quite soon, because of the no target cap on the amount of players that can be healed when they drop below 35% health. So the TLDR of today's warning video is get this trinket, you know, pick up this trinket from the Time Rift vendors and then try it out, especially in the raid and before Blizzard lays down the law and very likely hotfixes this trinket to have some amount of target cap to limit the amount of spread healing this trinket can do. Just as a reminder, you know, just to have some fun with some pretty powerful trinkets before it gets toned down to be a little bit more, let's just call it average. For now, this is the current power level, hoping that this is gonna last at least, you know, a few hours, maybe if we are lucky even a couple of days before Blizzard decides to turn this trinket into mush. So go ahead and snatch this trinket from the Time Rift vendors before Blizzard inevitably nerfs it down. So this was the mini warning for today, as we are still waiting to get into 10.1.5 in EU as the servers go back up. See you guys tomorrow for a bigger, cooler and longer video.